Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? The weekend after Christmas. How are you feeling? How's your body doing? Barney and I are doing great today. We just had such a great time over the weekend. We went for so many great long walks and enjoyed the weather because now today it's snowing, but very, very lightly here. So today I'm going to do all board, and I do have my longer bands, my yellow ones attached to the outside. So if you want to go ahead and do that before you join, or you can wait until it's time, it's okay. But you know, I just want to know how you're feeling. That's the main thing. On a Monday morning, you know, how's your sleep? Do you have issues sleeping? You know, I used to, but I have such a method now. And so if you're interested, you know, shoot me a comment and I'll respond, okay? So we are gonna launch right in. Barney's kind of looking a little haggard today. Okay, let's get started. Just turn on some music here. Wake up a little bit. Need to get some blood circulating. How about you? So we're just going to go into a nice easy step. Good morning. As always, just press that heel into the floor. For 8 and press. 7. Just warming up those calf muscles. One more time. Good. Now we're just going to stabilize with our feet a little wide, just about shoulder width apart. And we're just going to lift our knee. We're going to start warming up that hip flexor. I'm going to ease you in today. Good morning. I see people popping in, but of course I can't see that far away. Today I get to have the fun task of going to the mall, to the Apple store. I have an appointment, but I have to get to the bottom of why my phone is sometimes charging, sometimes not charging. Hopefully it's just like some lint caught up in that portal connection. So are you keeping that board center while you're lifting that knee? And we're just going to do a couple more here. And then we're going to switch and we're going to lift the leg behind us. Because now, of course, we're focusing on warming up the hamstrings. Keep your knees soft here. Drop those shoulders. And you're just breathing normally. So what did you do over the weekend? I'd love to hear. Did you have family visiting? Have they left? What was this Christmas like, you know, for you guys? So different for so many. For 4 and 3, 2, last one here, and good. Now we're just going to step side to side, focusing a little bit more now on our outer thigh. And then we're going to bring it to center, and we're just going to do an opposite side leg lift to even further wake up, warm up your abductors. So I'm just wondering, like, what is your biggest concern? What is your biggest issue that you are dealing with. Is it ankle stability, foot issues? Is it knee problems or hip problems? Shoulder or neck, low back? We all have our stuff, right? So remember, you're leading with the heel of that foot when that leg lifts. Keep that board center and use your breath. Feeling it. One more each side. Good. And now just step it out. I really feel that. You know, I guess that's just a area for me that's just extra tight. Now we're going to warm up our calf muscles. So first plant those heels, come all the way up in the balls of the feet, then press down. Come all the way up, press. So it's kind of like a heel drop. You know, this is actually a really good drill to prevent osteoporosis, just to have better bone and joint health. Lift, drop, lift. What level are you at here with the 60 up? Do I have any newcomers? For 4, if I have newcomers, you know, it's always about listening to your own body, going at your own pace. And then we're gonna hold it at the top. We're gonna relax those hands so we're not gripping those poles. And then if you feel good and stable, you can take one hand off and then the other hand. And just take a couple of deep breaths here. I'm losing it. And then drop the heels. Now we're gonna bring our feet wide apart. We're gonna angle those toes out. Keep the board center, and we're just gonna go into a partial plie because, you know, I've warmed up now the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the outer thigh. Now we're focusing on the inner thigh. But do keep a straight spine, keep your chest lifted. Make sure those knees are tracking over your toe line. Proper alignment is so important to not put stress on our joints. So just come down as far as feels comfortable for you. But I do want you to think about pushing those heels into the floor to get your body up. That way you're really engaging those inner thighs. And then I do just a slight squeeze up into the glutes at the top. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And now we're just gonna hold it down. And then if you'd like to just raise the right heel and press it down. Raise the left heel and press it down. Switch. This is pretty challenging on the inner thighs, so if you need to come on up, that's okay. So we're just gonna do one more of those. And then press it all the way up. Squeeze the tush. Bring the toes center, bring your arms out to the sides, and we're just gonna do those toe touches to release those inner thighs. Exhale down. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to go back into the step, and then we're going to start with our toe taps, okay? So first we're just going to tap behind the number 1, and we're going to alternate, okay? So first let's stabilize, get that board center, tap up and down. So place, I love this just beginner toe tap exercise because it just starts getting you really comfortable with the board, and you're beginning to tap into that mind-body connection. So if you're a beginner, this is probably one of the better exercises you can start with. And then if you'd like to start lifting the knee a little higher, always keeping that board center. Last one here, and good. Now we're gonna tap behind the 1, 2, and down, and then we're gonna switch. So here we go. 1, down, 2, down. Switch, and switch. We're gonna keep that going. And if and when you feel like you've got that proper placement and you wanna look up, because that's going by that memory, right? Your body and your brain are working together here. You got that, right? So look, I'm always keeping my standing leg slightly bent. Don't tighten the grip on the poles. Relax your grip. Relax those shoulders. I'm cheating. I'm looking down to see if I'm placing it right. Okay, now we're gonna stop here and we're gonna go into 1, 2, 3 and then switch. Stabilize as always. 1, down, 2, down, and 3. Here we go, switch. And switch. And then again, if you're feeling good about that, look up. So it's really just right in front of you, slightly out, all the way out. Slightly in front of you. You got the poles there. It's a nice little warm up for your lower body. I don't even think I touched that last one. Okay, here we go. One more each side. And good. Okay, and step it out. We're going to release the hands. We're going to do those big arm circles back. We're going to start warming up the upper body. Are you able to do a full circle here, or do you have a shoulder limitation? So if you have to reduce the circle, that's okay. But we want to work into that full range of motion. You know, whenever I'm walking Barney, I hold with one hand on the leash and I do arm circles, because this is such a tight area for me that I'm constantly getting more blood flow and focusing on my posture. 4, 3, 2, last one here. Good, okay, now we're just gonna go into a balance. So your feet again are just slightly apart. So you're gonna lift the leg, hold, and drop. Switch, lift, hold, and step down. Lift, but you are keeping that board center. And then if you feel confident, you can take your hands off. How are you doing with that? And we're going to do one more on each side, and then we're going to hold it up. Okay, so now bring it up, hold, focusing on that stabilizing leg. Engage your abs, breathe. Step down and switch. Here we go. Breathing. And release. Good, now we're gonna do those hamstring curls. Keep the board center. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step side to side. Let's release those arms and circle forward as we step side. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep that side step going. Then bring it center and step. For 4 and press. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now stabilize. If you want to get a quick drink of water, go for it. This would be a good time to do it before we start launching into our workout. That was a nice little warm-up for you guys. So when you're ready, we are going to step up with our right foot into that center line. We're going to press forward and back. Step forward, push forward, and back. So right now, we're still just focusing on keeping that board center. These are some of the board basics that I'm doing with you today. I know a lot of times we do a lot of advanced and intermediate moves, but I think it's really important to bring it back to the basics sometimes, especially if I've got some newcomers in here. We're going to do 2 more of these, and then we're going to lift that back leg. 1 more, just pressing forward. And now this one, we're going to step up, press forward, then lift that back leg. Keep that standing leg bent, hold. And if you want to, you don't have to. Try to take one arm off, and then the other. And breathe. I'm really tightening my glutes on that left leg. You can bend the leg if that feels better. If you can't take your hands off, that is 100% okay. And then release, release, step down, and down. We're going to switch right away. Step up with that left, press forward, lift, hold, drop the shoulders, engage your core. Nice center. Pick that focal point, and then if you want to try it, breathe. This is really working those stabilizers. Really promoting that joint stability. Breathing deeply here. Okay. How did you do? Then step down and down. Now we're just going to do those knee lifts. Just work it out a little bit. For 4, 3, and 2. Last one here. Good. Now we're going to step up and we're going to lift the knee to the front. So step up with the right, press forward, Lift the knee in front, engage that core, tuck the pelvis under. And again, if you're ready, take one hand off and the other. Woo. I'm shaking and baking a little bit. Not too bad. Okay. Step back, step down, step down. We're going to switch right away. Step up, press forward, lift, pull the abs in, keep that standing leg bent, drop those shoulders, find your center, and then if you're ready, let's do it. I'm going to try. Yee-hee! Got it, I think. Do I have it centered? Breathing deeply here. This is just a great way to check your progress. Step down and down. Good, now we're just gonna go back into those hamstring curls again, just releasing. Should feel good actually. I like to do kind of like a stabilizing strength balance move followed by just one of these low impact moves. It's really a nice combo, isn't it? For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good, now step side to side again. And then we're going to bring it back to the center, plant both feet, alternating side leg lift, keep the board center. Again, focusing on that outer thigh. And look, if you can only lift your leg to there, that's okay because we're still completely engaging your abductor. The main thing is to keep the heel leading with the heel, toe down, so your foot is parallel to the floor. You're not altering your body position. Use your breath. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's step it out. Now we're going to do a crossover tap, which really just focuses a little bit more on your inner thigh. So first we're going to stabilize. We're going to tap the heel, keep the board center behind the 1 and 1. So just tap and tap. Again, if you want to lift that leg when it comes in, it's up to you. Or if you just want to place it, that's okay. Relax those shoulders. Relax that grip. Now we're going to go behind the 2 and 2. Lift the knee higher if you like to. One more each side. And now we're going to go to the number 3. Here we go. If you feel good, look up. Are you able to still keep that board center? Are you able to place that heel proficiently? I'm really keeping those abs in tight too here. Use your breath. I can kind of see myself like a mirror, so compared to you, I guess I'm cheating a little bit. 4 and 3 2, and 1. Good, let's step it out. Release those arms. Let's circle it back. 4 more times. 1 more here. Get a quick drink of water. We're going to go into our squats. Okay, so first we're going to step behind the 2 and the 2. Step up, drop the board. Step up, and then just rock side to side first. Keep those knees bent. And then when you're ready, find that center balance. You got it? And then when you feel stable, push your hips back. And we're going to go into that slow squat. Bring it up, up, up. Squeeze the tush. Push those hips way back. Keep your chest lifted. Slow as you go. It's up to you how deep you want to go into this squat. You're listening to your body. You're listening to your knees. I'm definitely squeezing my glutes at the top without throwing my back into it. Press, grip the glutes, squeeze at the top. Are you able to maintain the center? And if you want to try to do it with your hands off the pole, first try it with one arm. If you have it in front of you, this helps with your counterbalance. And then if you really want to go for it, let's do it. This is definitely more challenging, so you don't have to do this. I just kind of wanted to see where I'm at. Feel that? For 4 and 3, 2. Last one here, hold it down, breathing deeply, and then pull it up slowly, squeeze the glutes, woo, rock side to side. Really felt that. Oh boy. Now we're gonna hold it center right away, and we're going to go into a calf raise here. Okay, so first get stable. Let's do it. 1, down, 2, 3. Keep the board center. I'm working it. 1 more, we're going to hold it at the top. And if you feel good, take one hand off. Feeling confident, pick the focal point. Other hand off. Breathe. And then drop the heels. How did you do? You can go fast. It's up to you. I don't know if you can hear my music, but this is my groovy song. It's like, brings me back to, I don't know what year it would take me back to. Can you help me out? It's like the era of the twist. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's step behind the 3, drop the board, the 3, and then side to side first. Keep those knees nice and bent. And then when you're ready, let's find that center balance. Focusing a little bit more now on those inner thighs. And if you feel good and stable, push your hips back. And here we go. We're going to go into that slow squat. Press. Squeeze up. You're still staying in alignment. Those hips have to go back, but look down for a second. Are your knees in alignment with your toes? Are your hips all the way back? You can do that partial. Just push your hips back and come right back up. And if you're a beginner and you just want to work on finding your center balance, that's great. Just focus on that first. For 4, 3, and 2. Maybe it's the Beach Boys I'm thinking about. Hold it down. Breathe. Keep your chest up. Do you feel all of it in your glutes? Breathing. Bring it up slowly. Squeeze the glutes. Woo! Let's step side to side. Tap the calf muscle. Give yourself a little break in the action here. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we are going to step behind the 1 and the 1. Rock side to side. I'm going to go a little faster here. My niece went to Vail skiing over the weekend and she sent me this picture, or I saw her picture, I should say, on Instagram. My goodness, it was like she was flying through the air on her skis. I don't know about you, but I never, even when I was skiing, could do anything remotely close to that. I did kind of get pretty good skiing the moguls, but now, my gosh, you couldn't pay me enough money to do that. That's just, oh, when I think about my knees, no thanks. I'll just go snowshoeing. Okay, now let's find that center balance. Tuck that pelvis under, drop the shoulders, engage your core, and when you're stable, push your hips back. And then we are going to go back into that slow squat. Really focusing on gripping those glutes, squeezing at the top, focusing either on that partial or full squat, or if you're a beginner, just focusing on your center balance. Each time you do it, you're going to be able to hold it longer. It's with consistency, you know, that we make the progress. I always say persistence and patience equals progress. Keep that board center. Take the tension off of your hands. Don't grip those poles so tight. Even try to take them off if you want to. This is an advanced move, so don't feel bad if you can't do it. You might want to just try with one arm first, and then test the waters. For 4, squeeze. 3, strengthening your lower body like crazy. Hold it down. Your foundation's going to be so stable. Breathing deeply here. Are those knees coming together? Pull it up, squeeze the tush. Woo! Rock side to side. How did you do with that? Pretty good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step down and down. Okay, now look, I've got my longer bands attached to the outside. I'm going to move the poles inside. So if you've already done that, I don't think you have, but we gotta do it. Release the arms first. I'm gonna do those big arm circles back. My favorite. Release. 4 more times. Good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to stand up behind the 2 and the 2. First plant, get that board center, step up behind the 2, and then the 2. Just slightly rock side to side. And then you're going to find that center. Tuck the pelvis under, engage your core. When you feel stable, take the right handle off. You're going to cross it over your body like this. And then you're just going to externally rotate. Cross it. Get that elbow directly to the side of your body. So if you have a shoulder limitation, this is going to be quite challenging for you. So you really need to listen to your body here. Use your breath. I'm getting a call and my head is chopped off. I hope my head's not chopped off for you. Use your breath, stabilize that lower body, slow and controlled moves here. And one more. Hold it up and release. Reattach, go side to side. And just give yourself a little bit of a break before we switch. Keep going. Okay, I don't know what this is, but I gotta get rid of it. And then when you're ready again, let's find that center. Tuck the pelvis under, drop those shoulders. Take off the other handle, cross it over your body. Then you're gonna externally rotate. So what I don't want is the band to come behind your shoulder. It's in direct alignment with your shoulder. So this is really working those postural muscles, the rear deltoids, your mid-trapezius, your rhomboids, your external rotators, all those muscles that are so weak that we have to train from time to time. Not only, to prevent a lot of postural problems, but this is where we hold so much tension and limitation. So just do the best you can. Breathe. I'm really feeling it. And then hold it. And release it. Oof. Boy, that's a killer. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it center. Tuck the pelvis under. Let's just roll the shoulders up and back as we really try to stick that center balance. Work it out. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now when you're ready, let's grab that right handle again. Now we are going to do front to side, and we're going to go right back into front to side. So you're only keeping that shoulder height. I was thinking I was going to try to go down with it, but I think this is even more challenging. Are you engaging your core? Are your knees bent? Listening to your own body here. Focusing a little bit more on the shoulders today. One more time. And then release it. Rock side to side. Relax those knees. Just loosen up. And then when you're ready again, find that center, tuck that pelvis under. If you feel good, release and go into the shoulder rolls forward. Squeeze up and release. Work it out for 4, 3, 2, and one more time. And are you ready? Let's do the other side. Okay, bring it up, shoulder height only. Don't go above the shoulder because that can cause impingement. Slow and controlled. Keep your chin retracted inward so we're not stressing your neck. You can bend your knees even more if you need to. Light grip with the other hand. Use your breath. Are you getting stronger? I bet you are. I know that I am. For 4 and 3, 2. Last one here. And then release side to side. How did you do? And then just tap your calf. Let's just give yourself even more of a break. Your knees to release, release. Remember, if you're feeling any pain in your joints, you need to stop that exercise. You don't have to prove anything. You just really, that's the whole part of building your strength and your foundation and endurance, is being able to listen to your body, because you don't want injury, because then that'll be a setback. So everybody is such at a different level. So I can't stress that enough. I'm not there with you to see your form, to see how you're doing. All I can go by is what you comment, what you text me. Okay, one more on each side. And then we are, once again, gonna find that center. Oof, gonna try. Tuck that pelvis under. Release those arms. Let's do shoulder shrugs. Get those shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze like you mean business. And then release it back. Squeeze. Bring the shoulders back, retract, and then depress them down. Squeeze all the way up. Retract. Press them down. Oh boy, this is another drill I gotta do all the time. I also work with these therapy balls that are fantastic, and I just sometimes go up against a wall and I just roll up against those sticky therapy balls and get into those knotty, tight muscles. It's really pretty great. You can also do it laying on your back. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more of those. Squeeze up, retract, depress down, squeeze all the way up, retract and press down, and then just shake those arms out. Because now we are going to go into a shoulder raise. So first we're going to externally rotate, tuck that pelvis under, and then we're going to press up. Now with this shoulder press, you do not have to get a full extension. Again, you're listening to your body. Exhale as you press up. Control. I'm keeping my glutes tight as well as my abdominals. Keeping that center balance. This is such an amazing full body strengthening move. 2 more times. And then hold it at the top. And then release it very slowly. And then back into the hook and side to side. And let's tap the calf. Give your knee a little bit of a breather. How are you doing? What I love about this board is there's, you know, like today I'm focusing more on the shoulders. One day I might like to focus a little bit more on the ankles and the feet. Obviously one day more on the lower body. There's just so many different great exercises you can do. And by the way, if you've got any great ideas for an exercise on the board, let me have it. And then I'll dedicate that move to you. Ildi, you got one? I can say, here's the Ildi exercise. Betsy, what about you? Chad, anybody? And then when you're ready, again, we are going to find that center. Tuck the pelvis under. When you're ready, grab that handle. Externally rotate. Here we go. Controlling. Are you with me? Three more times. Last one here, hold it up. Release it slowly. And then anchor it back and rock side to side. And then drop the board, step behind the 3. Oops. And the 3, rock side to side. And then just step and tap, step and tap. Careful not to hit those bands. The longer ones are kind of in the way, so I'm going to step behind the 2 and the 2 because I don't want to trip on the band. And then hold the board down, step down and down. Step a little wider with those feet, and then just go into your hamstring curls. Keep the board centered. How did you do with that series? For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to hold it to the side, lift, and we're going to go into those repeaters. Standing leg stays bent. Drop and curl. You just pitch slightly forward from the waist. Standing leg is bent. Use the top of that pole for balance. And really squeeze into your hamstrings at the top. For 4, 3, 2, last one, let's hold it at the top. If you feel good, take one hand off, pick that focal point, and try your best to take other hand off. This is challenging. And then you can release that leg. Woo! Bring it center. Alternate. Here we go. Were you able to take both hands off? I was shaking. My bottom leg was shaking. I should say my standing leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are you ready to hold it to the other side? Let's do repeaters. Keep that board down. And by the way, if you just want to face forward and do it, but if you do that, just rely on this pole because otherwise it will rock to that side. I'm just going like this so you can see me too better. I'm still looking straight ahead, focusing on your hamstrings. Squeeze, resist, squeeze into your hamstrings at the top, exhaling out. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold up. And then if you want to, test your balance. Breathing deeply here. And then release that leg. Whew, I really feel that, huh? Alternate. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Sidestep it here. Stay low. Keep the board center. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it center. Step it out. Release the arms. Big circles back. Two more times. Good, now we're gonna do those hip circles. So come up on the ball of the right foot, keep the board center and just rotate out. Just at your own natural range of motion here. Come up on the ball of the foot and then just do a nice rotation out to the side. Keep the standing leg soft. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant it. And come up on the ball of that opposite foot. Here we go. And rotate. You got that? It's a little tricky. Two more times. And just do some nice soft knee lifts. Relax those shoulders. How did you do? 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good, release those arms, big circles forward. And last one here. Get a quick drink of water. We're going to go into a nice stretch. So first we're going to do that cat-cow. So you're going to put your hands on top of the pole. Step all the way back till you're at arm's length. Pitch forward, so push your hips back. And you're going to inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your back, tuck chin to chest. Exhale, pull your abs in. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, draw your abdominals in tight. Inhale, look up. Exhale, draw it in. Again. Hold this contraction. Then release to a flat back position. You can hold here, or if you'd like to walk your hands down and then back up again, just see how that feels. This is going to get deeper into your hamstrings. But if this bothers your back, then please just skip this, okay? And then we are going to hold this. And if you'd like to straighten your legs, you don't have to. You are going to get more into your hamstrings. Breathe. And then slowly start walking it back up. Walk to the side. Bend the knees. Bring your right knee up. Grab your ankle if you can. Knees together. Press that hip forward for your quadricep stretch. Using your breath. Deep inhale. And then release it gently. Step to the other side. Drop the board. Knee up. Grab the ankle if you can. Press that hip forward. Keep those knees glued together. And focus on that breath. I think I'm going to keep my tree up the whole month of January. Why not? I think in these COVID times, we should keep up the Christmas lights on the homes all year, or at least until this COVID pandemic is over. What do you think? It's cheerful. And then release slowly. And now we're going to stretch out our shoulders because we worked them today. Release and switch. And release. Good. Then interlock your fingers behind your back. Roll the shoulders back. Drop the shoulders down and lift. And then release and roll those shoulders up and back. Just work it out. 3 more times. And then interlock your hands behind your head. Push your head into your hands. Press those elbows back. And hold and breathe. And then release gently and roll the shoulders up and forward. Two more times. And we're going to go into our calf stretch. So step all the way back, push into that, the heel into the floor. Use your poles. Keep the board center. And just send that breath into your calf muscles. And then release and switch. And then release. Now just bring your toe up onto the back of the board and press into that. Oof, that's a good stretch. I feel that. And then release and switch. It's tight. And then release. And I am going to come to you just for a few more stretches. Check in with you to see what's happening, what's going on. How are you feeling? Okay, hi guys. Just gonna go into that incredible hip stretch. Only going to how far you need to. I mean, some people, hi Dorisha, I'm so glad you liked it. Hi Tammy, hi Deborah. Some people are able to just spill their body all the way. I'm not that flexible. This is really plenty for me. The main thing is always when you're stretching is to focus on your breathing. You can't sit and tense up while you're trying to stretch. So that's about fueling the stretch with your breath in. And then as you exhale, you just try to visualize that muscle kind of relaxing and letting go. And each time with the exhale, you can just try to go a little deeper, but you don't want to force anything. knees up on it. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it, Betsy. Did you come up with a new move? I can name it after you. I think it'd be really fun, by the way. Dan, back me up if you're watching. To get little video clips of you guys doing your workout. Can't you have somebody do a little video clip of you that you can post so I can see you on the board? That would be so fun. Don't be shy. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it, Doug. Thank you so much. I really am passionate about this and I take it very seriously, you know, so I really appreciate your input, you know. We're here for you, all of us, Kathy and Dan and myself. We just really want you to live your best lives, you know, not to feel limited, to feel confident, strong. I'm holding this stretch longer just because with all the walking I did over the weekend, I can really feel that, you know, it tightens up a lot. And release. And then I'm just gonna kick it out a little bit here. Well, guys, that's your workout for the day. I went over my time, but you know what? That's okay. It's such a dreary day here today. I am gonna make it over to the mall to figure out my phone. I'm wishing you a beautiful day, safe and healthy. I'm so happy to hear that, Ken. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Friday for my half board, half on the floor workout. Okay? Have a beautiful day. Bye, everybody.